Hey guys, Timothy here. In last video we explored map creation process in Primal Fray, the game I am currently making. We came up with procedurally generated maps, which lay the ground for turn-based combat. Today I wanted to walk you through character creation process and how I go about creating sprites for the game. Let's go. First, I want to talk about silhouettes. Silhouette is the basic shape of a character, which you are left with when you take away all the detail. It is very important during the conceptual design process of a character for a variety of reasons. First one is the distinguishability. It is way easier to instantly tell who is who here than here. You may say whatever you want about Overwatch, but the game has some of the best designed characters on the market. Part of their strength are unique silhouettes. You can instantly tell who is who. It also helps to convey the attributes of a character. If you want the player to tell that someone is tanky and tough, you base the character around a square. Someone swift may be an inverted triangle, and someone slick a thin rectangle or even a tear-shaped oval. These major elements lay the foundations for further design process and allow for diversity and clarity of the whole cast. Remember the game, "What's that Pokemon?" The whole concept works just because the silhouettes are done right and work well with the design. You can instantly tell which Pokemon is what. In pixel art, it is almost 2 times as important, as I work with limited color palette and most importantly with limited space. There is just not enough space to add details used to distinguish one character from another. Now, when we know all that, let's jump into creation process. I wanted to create a strong and slow primal, one that can deliver a punch. I had a huge head and hands in mind that are also sturdy, maybe made of rock or chitin, to make the character look heavy, so maybe some kind of elemental or an insectoid, like a beetle. To make the character look heavy, I wanted to give him huge arms and fists, which lowered the center of mass down significantly. I began with this sketch, capturing my first idea in mind. It is important to note that I am working with color different to one I will use in the end. I do it to focus on the shape and not the details. First, I add the torso and legs to get a feel for the shape. I paint them in different colors to clearly see what is what. I went for a round body and short legs to further add to the heavy and slow look. The arms are way longer and heavier than legs, so the primal gets the gorilla kind of look. When I am done with the base silhouette, I finish the outline. I like where this is going for now, but to be sure I need to add some 3-dimensionality. I choose purple color and go and try to shade the head in a way I imagine it will reflect the light. I'm working with basic top-down lighting in my game, so the shadows are easy to figure out. I'm trying to get a feel for the head. I want it to look hard and have some hard edges. I'm also having a specific gaze in mind. I think cold eyes would suit this guy. He may be an elemental or an insect, and I'm trying different looks to capture his indifference. Next, I shift my attention to the hands. They, as well as head, are a main feature of the design, so they have to carry detail and be done well. The sketch resembled claws, but I really think he would be better with fists, so I tried to make that happen. I tried to make knuckles stand out as well as making forearms round and thick. Then it is time to add texture, so again I go for a rocky look. This time I imagined the fists as shiny, so I tried to make them look that way. I achieved this through leaving brightest areas quite large and flat. Then I take a step back. I want to make the main features stand out, so I hide the body by making it darker. I also think about all the joints. Both shoulders and legs play a secondary role in the design. At this point, I am considering giving them another color, so they complement the hands and the head. I also give them simple shading, just to convey the light and highlight specific elements, such as toes and knees a little. I then try to make something up with the torso. I don't have a plan, so I experiment. I try a crystal-like look, but it doesn't work out very well, despite me changing contrast or illumination. I consider it to be too intense compared to the hands in the front. Despite that, I don't have other idea right now, so I leave it for now and adjust the edges and outline. The outline is what really makes the sprite pop. The background doesn't have an outline or much contrast, so all the primals are instantly distinct from it, and you can tell that this character is playable, moving instance. I make a few adjustments to the silhouette, now that I can clearly see what I am working with. I also decide it is time to change colors to what may be more final. At this point I decide to make him a rock elemental type boy, so I paint him grey. This move is also what inclines me to change the torso finally and swap giant crystal-like structure to more timid, rocky tummy. I keep working on the piece, adding contrast and small details to increase depth. At this point I enjoy my boy, but I thought some color differentiation is needed. I lost my different colored shoulders and legs while making the stone texture, so now I thought of changing hands color. They are the main elements, so I thought they would look great if they were standing out more. I thought about making them from some kind of crystal, so I aimed at a red palette. I also played with red a little to encapsulate that ruby translucent look. Finally, I added more details to the head and played with eyes some more, as I thought they weren't capturing the overall vibe. It is the final piece. Or so I thought, until I came back another day and changed my mind. I decided to change the palette once more, making the primal from ice. It allowed for a brighter and smoother look in my opinion. I also changed his eyes to resemble frozen crystals, more inanimate and indifferent. These changes were really quick, but came out really good in my opinion. Remember guys, it's never too late to reiterate on your design. But anyway, what do you think? Which one is better in your opinion? I like the ice one better, but I get that answers may vary among you. Anyways, that has been all for today. Next time, we animate the guy. Cheers!